Hey guys, all right, so I have got two concealers for you today. I have got the Born This Way Ethereal Light Illuminating Smoothing Concealer, and I also have the Pacifica Dreamlit Glow Concealer. Okay, so it looks like this, the Pacifica, the Born This Way. Let's see, they seem similar. I don't know if they're like meant to be dupes. That's not what this video is about. I just thought we would do a 2-for-1 today. So this just says the Pacifica one, Conceal, Brighten, Lifting Effect. The Born This Way one is talking about it's waterproof, heat resistance, sweat resistant, all that kind of stuff, 24-hour wear, all that, all day moisture, that kind of thing, and doesn't really give a coverage claim. It just says it's going to be naturally flawless. So let's just get one of them on one eye and the other on the other eye. So we'll start out with the Born This Way, and I got it in the shade Buttercup. Yeah, Buttercup. So I'm just, because this is meant to be like sort of natural, I'm gonna go ahead and use my finger first, and then I might, and there's a mower out back, by the way, if you hear a mower. I might use a brush after. I feel like I need a tiny bit more right in this dark area right here. All right, so the shade is, I don't know if it's because of the brightening aspect of this foundation, but it looks a little bit too light. So I could probably have gone down one shade for the Born This Way, and it might be a better shade to be more color correcting / concealing in one product. As it is, I could probably get away with this. Without having to like cover it up with foundation to even out the color. Like it wouldn't be too much of a line of demarcation, you know what I mean? So far looking very natural. I have got a few dry patches. That eczema that I had is basically cleared up. I still have a few dry patches around my eye, especially like right in this area. But it's not catching too bad. A little bit, like right there, you can kind of see it. And it is not caking up in my dermal ridges, which usually that means that this is going to be a very natural looking foundation or concealer. So let me get a close-up look of this one. Okay, it is sort of clinging to my dry patch right here. And the thing of it is, like, it's looking a tiny, tiny, tiny bit dry or chalky, I would say, but I don't think it's because of the concealer itself. I think it's the shade. Like if I had one shade down, it wouldn't look chalky like this. It's because of the fact that it's so dark underneath and then putting a light or color on top. It just mixes with the pigment that's already there or the shade, and it just makes it look chalky. So I don't think it's because of this. I think it's the shade, because otherwise it's looking very natural on my skin. It's not as glowy as I was expecting. So that's something to think about. So, but I mean, you guys can see for yourselves the coverage, the difference between eyes. So yeah, I think this one does look very natural. I'm getting a little bit of a line of demarcation simply because of the shade of the concealer. So let's try this one. It's a little bit light. Let's actually try this before I move on to the next concealer. Let's try this on an actual spot, because as you can tell, I don't know what happened to me, but I am breaking out like a little 13-year-old girl. So I'm gonna dab a couple of these and we'll just see if we can cover them. I'm not a very big blemish concealer. Like I don't usually do that. I'll just, you know, if any of my blemishes show through, I don't care. I'm usually just trying to get my under eyes concealed, and then foundation takes care of the rest. And I don't like cake it up so that the foundation does the covering. I just don't care if they show through. So, but I do think that was a decent job of concealing, and it looks very natural. It's not drawing attention to them, my spots, I mean. So let's try the Pacifica one on the other side. This is in the shade, let's see, do I have the shade? 09 is all it says. I have had problems in the past with Pacifica not being light enough for foundations, and I will give you a swatch in just a minute. Just a second of the two of them side by side. I don't know that it matters too much, except for you might see the difference because of shade. And the Too Faced one, which is this one, this is the Pacifica, the Too Faced one is lighter. So you might see the difference, or what difference shades make even if it is the right shade. Yeah, this side is already looking less chalky. But I have got a giant crease right there just because that's how my skin is. And it's just still there, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like trying my best to like not cause this product to fail. I'm doing everything I can to make it succeed. I think they're very similar, honestly. I think the consistency of the Pacifica one is a little bit thicker, so creamier. They have the same, it feels like they have the same type of a base, and that they're not, yeah, and the pigment is really similar. It's not caking up in my dermal ridges. So these do, like, and again, this video is not meant for these two to test the dupeability. That's not what this video is about. Again, just wanted to do a 2-for-1 because I got all these products to try. But I would say these products are very similar. If I had to choose right now between the two of them, I would choose the Pacifica, and I can almost guarantee you 100% that it's because of the shade. The shade being that just a little bit darker makes it look a little bit more natural, less chalky. Okay, again, if I'm going to give my final first impression thoughts, I think they're both really nice. Either one of these you might like. I will put the price and everything in the description so you can, if you're interested in trying either one of these concealers, you will know the price difference. I want to say the Born This Way was more expensive than the Pacifica. And you get, let's see if I can find some. This is, the Pacifica is 0.21, which is pretty standard. And the Born This Way is 0.16, so you get more product in this one. And like, I don't know that you would just assume that just by looking at the two of them side by side, but you do get less of the Born This Way, and it's more expensive. So that's something to think about. All these factors matter. Again, if I had to do this one is, it seems more dewy. The Pacifica one seems more dewy. So if you're looking for a dewy concealer, you might enjoy the Pacifica one a little bit better than the Born This Way Ethereal Light one, okay? Again, first impression thoughts, if I had to choose, I would choose the Pacifica at this point. I will wear it for the rest of the day and for several other times, and I will update my thoughts in the description or in the comments, whichever I get to first. As of right now, the Pacifica one wins. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to thumbs up, like, subscribe, ding that bell, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Not quite rid of me yet. I did want to mention that they both oxidized a bit. So it is what it is. I've had that problem so many times in the past with almost every Pacifica coverage product I have tried. They always oxidize. I don't know what is going on with their ingredients or whatever, but even so, this one is still, the Pacifica one is, or the Born This Way one is still a little bit lighter. So take from that what you will. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.